here we are spawning in the top right position as our blue Protoss Terran player, oh man, long day, is going to be playing for Millennium. He with a really sick timing in game number 1. It is ForGG. And spawning in the bottom left position as our red Protoss player coming in from Evil Genius's raid call, it is Oz. After game number 1, I don't even know if I could call a build. You know, sometimes it's a lot of Terran players will do the same thing and just try to win with better mechanics. But ForGG is a true pioneer in the field of Terran ingenuity when it comes to developing new builds, finding new weaknesses in the builds of your opponents in these situations. So currently ForGG is up 1-0 in this best of 3. This is the second round here for the group stage number 2. So this is going to be pretty important, considering these two guys are some of the biggest contenders in this group. Barracks is now coming in for ForGG, and I just really want to know when he's going to take his gas, what he's going to do with it. But in the meantime, Oz going for a gas first build. Even more interesting, he is going to have a rather significant amount of gas banked up during this series, or at least this game. So we might actually see something new out of Oz. Actually, never quite seen this before, even out of most Korean level play. So this could be used for a very fast timing with maybe a second gateway after the cybernetics core gets started to go for some kind of really fast double stalker mothership core poke, or it could just be the fastest Dark Templar possible. But even then, you can usually start after cybernetics core Twilight Council anyway. So he must have some very specific minded purpose for this to be going for such a fast gas. Second pylon coming in now, and ForGG, it looks like he's going to go for a very standard 1 barracks fast expand. And you know, in Heart of the Swarm, this is actually a pretty greedy move to go for gasless expands as Terran. We saw it almost every single game in Wings of Liberty, but it's just become so difficult to hold these fast expansions when you're dealing with fast mothership core pokes, just because you run into the issues where you just don't have enough to stop the mothership core from going into your main base and baiting your army out. But that Zealot is done, chrono boosted out. The Stalker is coming as well, mothership core being chrono boosted. And I mean, if he clicks the gas and sees how much has been mined, he'd be like, okay, well, that's a little unusual. But he's doing this. He can get his warp gate, a Stalker, and the mothership core as soon as the cybernetics core completes. But I'm curious if he's going to get a fast extra Stalker, or if this is just a really fast. Yeah, it's the double Stalker poke with the mothership core and the Zealot, and this is going to be a bit of a pain to deal with for ForGG. The mothership core can go into the main base, harass the SCVs constructing these barracks, but he can also run into a bit of an issue here with these Marines in the bunker. The Stalkers aren't going to be able to put too much forward pressure on, but he coming in here with the Zealot and the Stalker. The mothership core is moving forward. The bunkers should be able to take care of that, no problem. He runs the Marines. He might actually kill this Zealot. ForGG barely missing out on an opportunity to get a little bit of damage in there. Stalker going to be forced back. He can't push in too much here, but the mothership core might try to deal a bit of damage here towards the main base. Marine is rallied on top of the ramp. We have double gas follow-up now for ForGG. And yeah, he's poking away, being as harassing as possible with the mothership core, forcing these SCVs out here. He's trying to get everything to leave the bunker, and then he can just move in with this, and he's just going to run by the 1 Marine in that bunker at the natural expansion. This mothership core doing a nice bit of poking. He's not going to be able to do too much here. Time warp, but he does lose the mothership core. Very nice catch there. But these 2 Stalkers and the Zealot, Oz basically baiting out these forces, able to do a ton of damage, and now he's going to run in towards the main. There's not much here for ForGG. He may be able to do a lot of damage very early on, but ForGG, not a man to be killed this easily. He's going to be able to chase these Stalkers away for now. And the Nexus is going to be going up at the same time, as well as a robotics facility for Oz. Warp gate is complete now, so he will be able to start a little bit more unit production. He's going to get up an additional gateway, possibly move into a 3rd gateway as soon as he can afford it. Getting up a sentry now, so he's going to be able to start banking up a bit of energy for force fields. And ForGG really didn't lose terribly much. Just a paw full of SCVs. Engineering bay going up now. Stim is on the way. No factory yet, though, so he's going to have a pretty late medevacs considering the current circumstances of the game. Stalkers are poised outside, basically trying to see if any units are going to be leaving the main base. And ooh, trying to step forward, gets the Stalker down. How much HP? 7 hit points. Can only take 2 more hits from these Marines before it dies. And ForGG is going to move out with another little Marine shove. He really wants to keep these scouting Stalkers away from his base. And Oz, well, he's securing additional gas. He's still only on 2 gateways. Very interesting. He's getting an Immortal out, so he could have a very specific intent with this, possibly with these sentries he has, maybe to build up some energy, go for a very, very powerful 2-base timing. On this map, taking a 3rd base is actually pretty difficult as well, just because of how much space there is to drop, especially going between the 3rd and the main base, both ways, in all honesty. And ForGG constantly, unrelentingly just trying to shove the Stalker away, denying the information. The factory is halfway done now, so we are going to have pretty damn late medevacs. But ForGG will have a significantly large bioforce with the double reactor and the tech lab, and +1 attack will be done well before it even becomes an issue. So Stalker's moving around. He's going to send a probe over to check this 3rd. He could warp in a pylon and try to go for some aggression. There is another Immortal coming out, and he's actually chrono boosting it this time. He's adding on 2 more gateways, so he's going to go for a bit of a 2-base 4-gate with Immortals, and this is a pretty powerful timing that's kind of very recently popped up. It's not super common to see. Usually there's a couple more gateways in with this. He's actually added on a fifth gateway now, so this could be a bit difficult to hold. There's only a single bunker here, but the Marines are going to have stim for this. So it's all going to come down to how good the force fields of Oz are going to be to keep these units from actually being able to get to his Immortals, to be able to get to his Stalkers. He's actually going for another bit of Marine shove, and that could actually hurt him if he gets force fielded away. He's going to salvage the bunker. He doesn't realize what's coming. He has a lot of bio, but he's still 42 seconds away from a medevacs. And now an proxy pylon coming in here. He's got the 2 Immortals. The 3rd Immortal is being produced. I don't think he's going to rally it out towards the battlefield. He might, but ooh, this is going to be so difficult to hold. No bunker at all. And now ForGG realizing what's happening, he could get force fielded in half here, and that could really hurt him. There are the first couple of force fields going down. So many of these Marines are being kept out of the fight, and that stim is just hurting them. The first 2 medevacs are coming out. The SCVs have been pulled, but that stim possibly catching Oz a little bit off guard here. Maybe he suspected that ForGG was being a little greedy, but he has killed a good number of SCVs now. He's killed 18 so far. Oz's little bit of a timing has worked out incredibly well for him. And now he's going to stim again. He's going to try to just catch this army. He wants to kill everything. He's actually going to get all of the sentries. A huge score for ForGG. And oh my god, is he about to kill all of this and possibly counter push? He's lost a lot of economy, but his army may be big enough to give himself a really, really nice opportunity to counterattack. There's no tech on the field for Oz aside from what he already has, and that's just going to be a sentry at home. There's no robotics bay. He doesn't have a Twilight Council. He doesn't have a Dark Shrine or Templar Archives. ForGG going on the counterattack is the best possible option considering the workers that he's lost before he falls behind to the superior economy of Oz. And in all honesty, this is a really, really good decision from ForGG to go for the counterattack. I cannot believe he was able to just run out there and just kill all of that. ForGG just completely crushed that entire army. I can't even think of words to say at this point. ForGG can move forward. He can actually unpower these 2 gateways from the low ground. Oh no, there's only 1 pylon. It's going to get Artosis. Barely 65 hit points. He really, really, really needs to kill that. It'd be huge. Oh my god, 11 hit points. Okay, it is gone. 2 of these gateways turned off for a little bit. There's not really many force fields. He can throw down 1, but there's just not that much here for Oz to have buffer for this. If he can hold this, it'd be incredible, but the problem is with no robotics babe going on behind this, eventually ForGG will be able to overwhelm him with bio, unless he can make a miracle happen, and now he's stepping forward. There are no force fields. He's running in. The Zealots being kited. The medevacs doing all of their wonderful healingness, and now everything is just going to get completely mowed down for Oz. It looks like ForGG is going to be able to take this series 2-0. Very, very nice, crisp timings from our Millennium Terran player, and wow, that was surprisingly fast. I expected a bit more of a closer series, to be honest, from Oz, but ForGG, he may be on top of his game for this tournament. I'm really excited to see how far he goes in our DreamHack Open 2013 Stockholm. So yeah, we'll get into our next match as soon as we can. Our third round, our round 3 match for this channel, we are going to have Thorzane versus Night End. So that would be the next game on this stream, guys. Don't go anywhere, unless I guess you're going to the bathroom or something, because some people in chat were worried that they'd be confined to their chairs for the rest of their lives. This is the DreamHack Open 2013 Stockholm. I'm Nathanias. You can check me out on twitter.com/QuanticNate. I am a pretty much full-time StarCraft commentator, just doing my best to bring these games to you guys and try to make a bigger splash in the scene. So I really appreciate all of your support and all of you guys tuning in. We'll get into our next couple games as soon as we can. And yeah,